A lot of requests for a video on how I break down my order block trades. So I'm just going to quickly go into it here for you. So let's say that you're on the 8 hour. This is a couple trades that I took today. This is an 8 hour order block. As you can see, this was a valid order block because the order block itself, remember, the order block itself had to break structure. Okay, so we were in a downtrend, right? So this order block up here created an impulse move. We got a retracement. This order block on the 8 hour caused a new low, right? So this is your break of structure here to the new low, right? But this was your break of structure off this retracement. So I'm simply waiting for price to come back, believing that potentially price can make a new low. Now remember, I don't trade the higher time frame. I don't trade the higher time frame order blocks to expect a new low like this. I'm not entering my trades like this. I'm not saying, okay, it came into the order block, I'm going to put my stop here and I'm going to hope for, a 1 to 5 on the 8 hour. I don't do that because I don't have a week to trade. Like this trade will probably take a week to do. So what I simply do is, now that price is in my 8 hour order block, I go down to the 1 minute chart. On the left or on the right hand side, this is a 1 minute chart. There's two trades that ended up taking this morning. Okay, I mentioned both of them in the chat. I look for break of structure retest trades. Okay, so there's a couple trades here. One was the first trade I took, and I'll show you the second. This one actually had a double entry, but I did not take it. So you are waiting for break of structure. You have price making a higher high here. Okay, if you're confused, you need to start looking at YouTube or different places for what market structure is. But right here, you had a pullback, you had a higher high, and you had a break of structure. This was a break of structure, as you can see here. This wick went lower than the previous 2 candle pullback, right? That is my 1 minute order block, okay? As you can see here, this is where I entered my trade. I put my stop loss here. I put my entry here, stop loss just above the highs, and I took this for a 1 to 4. Okay, I did not take it to a 1 to 5. I typically take a 1 to 4, and I will let partials run. Now, in this case here, it came all the way back up to my same order block and then proceeded to tank again. But this was another trade that I took. Again, if you guys wait for trades inside of an order block, remember, we are at the 8 hour order block. This yellow is 8 hour order block. There's many trades to be had here, right? You had break of structure here. You could have taken the order block here with stops above. You still would have got a 1 to 3, 1 to 4 on your position, right? So if you put stops just above, because I always cover it, that's still a 1 to 2.5. If you're waiting again, all you're doing, guys, is waiting for break of structure. But this was the big trade that I mentioned in the group. You have a 2 candle pullback, break of structure right here. Okay, price went lower, price went lower. This is your order block. I typically will wait for 1 or 2. This is your order block here, right? I don't count this order block because it's a single candle order block, so it's an impulse. Okay, this is one single impulse. That's your order block. This is the trade. And this one netted 1 to 14. As you can see, US 30 trade, 1 to 15. It will probably end up still going lower. It's as simple as that, you guys. Once you're inside of an 8 hour or a 1 hour or a 4 hour or a daily order block, just go into the 1 minute or the 5 minute, for instance. The 5 minute also has trades to be had here. As you can see here, guys. Okay? Maybe it's cleaner for some people to look at the 5 minute. This is the 5 minute candle, 2 candle pullback, break of structure. This is your order block. You could have said this is your order block. Price tanked down, retested. This is your trade. You put your entry zone at the bottom of the candle. You put your stop loss just above it for spread. And this trade on the 5 minute would have netted you a 1 to 5. Okay? It's very simple, guys. You need to let price tell you what it wants to do. You don't just enter randomly on the touch of an order block. I never do that. In this case here, you would have had way too big of a stop loss. You would have had to wait for the 8 hour because that stop loss is massive. However, you're in and out of this trade in 20 minutes and you made 1 to 5. Or if you're on the 1 minute, you're in and out of the trade in an hour and you made 1 to 15. So it really depends on what you guys want to do. Hope that helps.